Jim, I want to thank you for being with us here on myprintresource.com. How's the show going for you so far?
You know, so far so good. Today is a stronger day than yesterday. More people on the floor. Of course, we know what happened yesterday with the marathon and
what happened?
People staying away, perhaps because of the traffic types. But we think it's going to be a great show.
What your industry? What are you looking at as the greatest technologies affecting graphics?
Boy, there's a list. There's certainly a list. But if I had to pinpoint a few, one is anything that can speed throughput. The time that it takes to take an order in and get the product out, how can you compress that time? So a lot of the technology we're seeing have an impact on that. One of them is workflow automation. The ability to take automation and and reduce that throughput time. An example might be web to print that has an interface to the back end where you're able to do some fewer touches in the process and allow you to shorten the time. So I'd say workflow automation as a facilitator for faster turn. That would be one.
What is it that your situation, your company can offer the industry in general as a way to reach that end?
Well, we've got a number of ways that you can stay abreast of what's going on. So if they wanted to answer that question themselves about what's going on, they could read our monthly newsletters, took a look at the magazine, exploit the free webinars that we have and so forth. But in terms of workflow automation, one of the things that we do is we have an automation solution network. So twice a year, we're holding meetings at printing companies that we think are sort of at the high end of what's available, what can be done today in workflow automation. So if you're a company and you want to see how workflow automation is being put to good use by competitors, you can come to these very low-cost meetings and get a good look at what's going on today.
Do you see going forward as the advent of digital and the communications end of things, is that becoming an overall umbrella that's going to help the industry save money, or is that going to cost them more to get in to the net result that they want to save? Because workflow is such an expensive process in manpower and that sort of thing.
Ask it one more time, Roger.
Well, I'm trying. Is there a way for you, as the industry has evolved, as digital comes in, which is not inexpensive in itself, as digital is applied, can those costs be realized down the road by assisting in the workflow process and shortening not only the time involved but the amount of man hours involved in X project?
I think basically you're asking how severe is the transformation if you're moving into digital and you have to make adjustments to your business. And I'd say you better spend a lot of time thinking about those adjustments. You can't do it the way you used to do it. And workflow automation is even more critical than the digital. Once you get into that, everything has to move quickly to the point that it's possible to run without human intervention for some of this stuff. I mean, there are companies that are trying to do that. 75–80% of their jobs coming over the web and onto a press, and it's not being touched until it's coming off the press. It sounds like a pipe dream, but that's the direction we're going. Things being more automated, color being better on the presses, more under control. It's heading that way. Do you need that kind of savvy in-house to be able to put that on? Yes. It's going to take some different skill sets.
Yeah, it's interesting. Lots of things happening within this industry itself as it evolves, and the short term is going to be very important.
No doubt. I mean, it's a new world, brave new world out there. You see what's going on with inkjet and the transformation. It's just on the beginning stages of taking place with that, right? Offset traditional, maybe starting to go down. Inkjet coming in and taking over as the primary digital technology. It's hard to understand. It's hard to look in the future and see how it's all going to come together. But we know we're in the middle of
something to look forward to in future years.
Absolutely.
Future Graph Expos.
I hope we keep coming back.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Roger.
Great.